I hope you didn't expect anything brave and spicy because these are only the certified banger league starters. Every one of these builds is tried and tested with absolutely no wiggle room left for whether they're good or not, okay? These builds are the cream that has risen to the top over the leagues. These aren't in any specific order, so let's just get into the top 10. Cold Dot Elementalist. Great build for new players. It's the one I played last league. It has free access to damage. You get a 20 and 30% chill on everything, while maintaining a good balance of defenses. This is a build I played last league. I farmed up a bunch of currency to swap to Ignite Vortex, and I blasted that until I got my Mage Blood. I've got a full Maxroll article written out for this one, so check that out if you want a step-by-step handhold through the entire game. You'll have no issues with Watchstones, Atlas progression, nothing. It's kind of just, you have all the abilities, and the game's opened up to you for free, just because you pressed a couple extra buttons. Not bad, not a bad deal. Number 2, Crouching Tuna's Lightning Arrow Deadeye. It's a great build for those looking to blast some maps with a lightning fast, quick and fun playstyle. This makes for a great map blaster, and while it struggles on defenses a little bit, its extra clear and playstyle more than makes up for it. Tuna also has a full Maxroll article to accompany this build, so check that out if you want some extra progression and help with your gearing, leveling, etc. Of course, I've got to include Pohx's Righteous Fire, whether it's Jug, Inquis, or whatever other random thing that isn't Chieftain. Pohx is a great resource for new players. With his easy play style of the build and in-depth guide on his site, it makes for a very chill and casual friendly build. While it lacks damage early on in the build, it more than makes up for that with its immense recovery and defenses, allowing you to easily stroll through the entire game. If you're looking to just chill out, vibe on some of that Zaza on league start, and not have to worry about literally anything while mapping. If you want to just randomly AFK, let's say you have a baby and you have to just randomly leave the computer because it's a baby. This is your build, okay? It's a pretty good one. And with Inquisitor as the choice instead of Juggernaut this league, your leveling will be just as easy as your mapping. Whereas Juggernaut had a little bit of a rough time leveling. It was kind of slow, and you know, it's Marauder with, you know, caster leveling. It's a little bit rough. On Inquis, it's a breeze. It's going to be free and it's going to be easy. Number 4 is Ruetoo's Corrupting Fever Champion, a league start blaster, and the build I'll be playing this league start again. With built-in explosions, quick movement options, and a beefy champion defense on top, this makes for a great no-compromise league starter. While being a little bit slower than Lightning Arrow, it still blasts maps, and with the new addition of going Spectral Throw and using Whirling Blades, this league, it even comes with a new playstyle. This build also has a full Maxroll article to ease through the leveling respec and into your map blasting dreams. It's a pretty fun one. I played it during Forbidden Sanctum, blasted hard, did deli maps, did whatever, had my Sanctum runs, and with 2 Cold Iron points and the addition of Vol Reap, we are going to have no problems at all with our damage. I, for one, am excited. Zizaran's Detonate Dead is going to be our number 5 league starter. It's a great character for those who want the entire game open to them. Just like Cold Dot, you need very minimal gearing. You just have the abilities, you do the correct tree, you get a couple crafts, a couple mods, and the whole game is open up to you. It's a top pick for SSF and Hardcore as well. Because of how free your damage is, it lets you build as much defense as you want to be comfortable. So if SSF or Hardcore is up your alley, this is definitely your go-to build to be able to unlock your Void Stones and conquer whatever you find in maps with no issues at all. With a simple 1-2 play style and a fairly simple boss rotation, all of the endgame can be yours very early on into the league. But this 1-2 play style may not be for everyone, so keep that in mind. You will have to cast Desecrate and Detonate Dead at every pack. And while you have Ignite Proliferation, it still is a 1-2 for each pack, which some people just, they don't vibe with, right? A lot of PoE players just want to right click. So I get it. All right. Number 6 is Palsteron's Hexblast Mines. Hexblast Mines make for an actually enjoyable mine playing experience through maps. With Hexblast auto-targeting packs, you don't have to worry as much about mine positioning as with others like Fireball or Eye of Winter and stuff like that. This gives it a very similar playstyle vibe to how old Toxic Rain mines used to play, where you simply can throw them on the ground, or in front of you while clearing a map, and anywhere near the boss while doing your map bosses or endgame bosses. There's no need to position them very accurately or to think hard at all. It's a pretty brain off mind play style, so that gets 2 thumbs up from your boy, because that's what Path of Exile is all about. My Boneshatter Juggernaut is going to be build number 7. It's one of the best melee league starters you could play. You simply leap slam around the map, bonk enemies with your Boneshatter, and release pulse explosions when you stun enemies. These are mini explosions based on the duration of the stuns you inflict with your axe. So more stun duration equals bigger explosion equals way more fun. You're tanky, fast, and have enough damage to smash through the endgame. While Jug starts a little slower than Slayer does, it more than makes up for it with the extra scaling options into the endgame and its high baseline defenses, thanks to all that extra armor and eventually a 4th Vow Divine Flesh swap. As always, Maxroll article down below for step-by-step help with this build. Tuna's Impending Doom is build number 8. The Impending Doom Pathfinder, a fantastic all-rounder build. It's got a great playstyle. It's got great clear, great defenses. It's really hard to find something wrong with this build, even after the poison duration nerfs. You can eventually get mini explosions from a large cluster, but really, you can just let the built-in poison proliferation take care of the monster packs for you. The playstyle really can't get any easier. You point and you click, and 3 massive overlapping circles will hit and tick your enemies with poison damage, and a very low cast time makes this very, very satisfying. I mean, just listen to it with me for 1 second. Doesn't that sound fantastic? I could listen to this all day. I could play this build for 16 hours on League Start, okay? I don't know what it is, but they nailed the Impending Doom sound effects. Of course, it wouldn't be a top 10 build video without Explosive Arrow Ballista on Elementalist or Champion. EA Ballista, a mainstay of PoE League starters for way too long now, and for good reason. You get a ton of damage very easy. It's got a simple playstyle, and the only downside is a delay of damage, which can be dealt with by tweaking your playstyle a little bit, but some do find it off-putting to have the delay of Ballista, arrow buildup, ignite, dot starting. This build also has many pitfalls of gearing, so if you are playing it, please make sure you pay attention to the key build information on Palsteron or Zizaran's build guides. As for which one you should play, I recommend Palsteron's EA Elementalist for softcore trade, and Ziz's Champ for hardcore or players who just prefer a tankier and safer playstyle. Of course, Palsteron's comes with a Maxroll article, so check that out down below, in addition to his YouTube guide. And lastly, we can't have just one Ballista in the top 10. Nuh-uh. We have, as number 10, Toxic Rain Ballista from Palsteron, or Self-Attack Toxic Rain from Zizaran, both on Pathfinder. Toxic Rain, another staple ability, being a great league start pick every league for years now. Shoot your arrows up in the air, having them land with a damage over time effect springing from the pods, making for a slightly delayed but satisfying and surprisingly fast playstyle. The 2 different flavors of Toxic Rain can give very different tastes and suit different playstyles, but with both on Pathfinder, you can always swap from one to the other with a few gear choices and some slight respecking if you have any of that post-league start clarity. For Ballistas, you have slightly less agency over what gets shot and where, but you have a much easier playstyle as you only have to lay Ballistas down at your feet and you won't have to move your mouse cursor around the screen to aim your pods. With the self-attack TR though, you have more agency over where your shots go, and with slightly less of a delay in the damage coming out, some may prefer this playstyle, even though they'll be aiming the shots with their mouse themselves. Either way, both are great and 100% up to personal preference. Of course, Palsteron's coming with a Maxroll article. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this list of builds. I know it wasn't super brave, these insane new builds, you gotta try this, the new supports, but for me, that kind of thing comes after League Start with testing and all the new supports, gear, new uniques, tattoos, etc. For now, I just wanted to give a list of the certified bangers. So let me know what you are playing on League Start and what builds you'd include for a top 20 if you think I missed any. Anyways, I'll see you guys on League Start. Thanks. Like, sub. Bye.